Septa maintains and operates nearly 300 miles of commuter rail, over 300 miles of light rail. We have about 30 miles of electric trolley bus, over 20 miles of heavy rail system. All our substations, all our switches are controlled remotely from a central control point, our command center.
On this floor, Septa is in communication with all the vehicles that it operates.
From here, our operators can open a breaker on a remote location, a substation that's located 40 miles from here. The information on our PA systems comes from here. Switches can be operated from here. Train dispatchers can throw a switch to make a train switch tracks as necessary. They can route a train through the system using our control center here.
We're one of the few transit properties in the nation that runs the magnitude of service.
We have over 2,700 vehicles that we put out on the street every day, and we have all the operators that get on those vehicles. So there is a lot of work that are done by every single district, by every single maintenance shop, by a lot of departments to put people, engineers, operators on a vehicle, and that vehicle to be reliable.
Our job is to make sure that the service is maintained on an on-time performance, make sure that the people know that they need to go to a different stop if there's going to be a detour, provide safe, accurate, on-time service for the public.
My job is to keep the service going, no matter what happens, whether adverse weather, storms, a fatality, which is extremely unfortunate. My job is to actually keep trains moving, to keep some type of service going on the affected lines.
We are the only property in the United States that has all the different modes of transportation.
We run bus service, subway service, light rail trolley, both trolley on street traffic, trolley on dedicated right-of-way, and we have an extensive commuter rail operation. All those groups are housed here in the control center. It is an integrated process with all the modes working under one report.
Every day we transport approximately 500,000 people. We have 1,180 buses on the street during what would be considered rush hour time.
Before the passage of the bill, we were talking about the drastic downsizing of our rail network within a 10-year time frame if we did not have adequate funds to replace our vehicles and address our infrastructure. So Act 89 gave us a future. We can rebuild ourselves. All over the system, we're trying to bring our facilities and infrastructure to a state of good repair.
Hello. I'm Pat Ii, and I've been chairman of Septa since 1999. Septa is very excited about the $800 million Septa Rebuilding the Future projects. DVRC will lend Septa up to $300 million in EB5 financing for the project, which will result in significant savings for Septa and the local taxpayers. The remaining cost of the construction will be provided by federal, state, and local funding. This long-awaited public transportation infrastructure project will allow Septa to meet its growing demand for public transportation and provide commuters and travelers in the Philadelphia region with more convenience and accessibility while adding significant economic boost to the regional economy by creating over 8,400 local jobs. Unfortunately, I'm not able to attend the seminar at this time, but I will commend the Delaware Valley Regional Center's efforts in raising up to $300 million for EB5 financing for the Septa project. I hope to meet you all next time, and good luck in the future.
General Manager says he has his sights on the future for better service for customers, and Action News reporter Eva Pilgrim has that story.
The new Septa boss has been on the job 9 days, and he's already got big plans for the future.
I love to build things, and this is just a really great time.
And engineer Jeffrey Kneppel is making sure Septa can keep moving.
See the mess. That piece of rust is ready to come down. I got to make sure people get that.
Thanks to a major change to Pennsylvania's transportation funding law, Septa is finally able to afford to fix some long-standing issues. Here at the 15th Street station, jacks are holding up the platform.
It's safe right now, and we want to stop having to check those supports that we put under there.
Kneppel is pushing forward with a rebuilding program for the entire system. Septa is fixing some things you can't see, as well as things you can, like updating the stations and getting new and bigger trains, trolleys, and buses to make room for the growing number of people using public transportation.
For the first time, we're actually looking at double-decker trains on the railroad.
That is still about 3 years away, but some changes are right around the corner.
In the future, they'll be able to tap and go.
One card will soon be your ticket to ride on any Septa vehicle. Septa is testing the technology with plans to phase it in by the end of the year, start of the new year.
It'll function very much like Easy Pass. You can go online and load money into it, or you can just have it regularly put money into your account.
Another much requested addition, Septa will add devices to show you on screens and right on your phone real-time information about when your ride will arrive.
We can only catch our bus location every 3 minutes based on the kind of antiquated system we have. Going forward, we'll update that every 30 seconds.
The goal is really simple, to make sure everyone gets where they need to go. In Center City, Eva Pilgrim, Channel 6, Action News.
Today, SEPTA riders will get a sneak peek at an improvement project planned for the 15th Street station. This is what SEPTA has in store for the Center City station. The project will make the 15th Street station safer with new lighting and more user-friendly for riders, especially those who have disabilities. The renovations will begin in December of 2015.
New information about 18 new engines on order for SEPTA. Here's a look at what they are getting. Our first look at the new electric locomotives, all decked out in the SEPTA paint scheme. The new engines make up the transit agency's biggest railroad acquisition in a decade. The locomotives will replace several older engines operating on various regional rail lines. The new SEPTA engines will be the same type as the ones Amtrak already uses along the Northeast Corridor. They have a maximum speed of 120 miles per hour, and audio and video recording systems are installed. The first of these engines went into service for Amtrak last year.
Who we are and where we're going. When SEPTA was created in 1964, our job was to take the assets of bankrupt private companies and shape them into a vital public transit network managed by a single authority with a single focus on meeting the travel needs of our region. Half a century later, our system is a blend of legacy and modern stations, vehicles, infrastructure. We are the largest system in the Commonwealth and among the top 10 largest in the nation. We're proud of our history, but we've learned the lessons from the past. We realize that in order to be effective, we must adopt a business approach to the delivery of transit services. We've tightened our emissions controls and expanded our recycling program to better sustain our environment while preserving the system. We've grown new ridership markets and furthered our outreach. But our hard work can only go so far without the adequate funding resources or stakeholder support. With the passage of Act 89 funding legislation, we begin a new chapter. We can build on what we've already started by catching up on the backlog of critical replacement projects, such as the bridges you travel across, the vehicles you ride, and the substations that power our system. The strategic business plan for fiscal years 2015 through 2019 is our commitment to our customers in the region. It's our blueprint for the future.